Hey everyone, hope you're all very well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be going through a machine-based full body workout that's going to be very suitable for beginners. If your gym doesn't have a lot of free weights, perhaps the free weights area in your gym gets really busy, or maybe you are just getting started with weight training and you want to start off with the machines. Whatever the reason, stay tuned. I believe this video will give you some good ideas and help you understand how to train effectively even with just the machines. So let's get started with the first exercise of the workout, the leg press machine. A compound exercise for your lower body that will primarily work your quads and glutes. The emphasis will depend on your stance. If you are going with the standard stance where you have your feet in the middle of the platform and slightly outside hip width, like I'm doing here, then it's an overall quad and glute exercise. If you wanted to target more of your quads, then you can lower your feet down a little bit, keeping that same hip width stance, and that's going to emphasize the quads a little bit more. If you have your feet slightly higher on the platform while keeping that hip width stance, then you will emphasize the glutes a little bit more. Moving on to the upper body, starting it off with a horizontal push, the chest press machine. Generally speaking, I wouldn't recommend doing a shoulder press before a chest press, because if you fatigue your shoulders first, then you will have a tough time truly working your chest during a chest press, as your shoulders will give out first. Quick tip for the chest press: keep your elbows from flaring out excessively, as this can put your shoulders in a dodgy position. By the way, if you want to watch an actual tutorial on how to properly use each machine, I have made videos like this, which I will add the link in the description below. Feel free to watch them later on. Next up, we are training our back with the lat pull down, an absolute staple exercise that will train your upper back muscles as well as your lats, which are the muscles on the side of your back. Quick tip regarding your pulling exercises: when you have your elbows close to your torso, you will emphasize your lats, and when your elbows are flared like this, you will be targeting a bit more of your upper back. Moving on to the legs again. This time an exercise for the back of your legs, the lying hamstring curl. It's important to include this exercise and specific hamstring work in general, as they are not heavily targeted during exercises like the leg press. So to avoid imbalances and potential injury risks, don't skip training your hamstrings. With this exercise here, we want to keep our hips pushed into the pads and also to keep our back still and stable. It's an isolation exercise, so we only want movement to happen at our knee joint. As always, control the repetitions. Now, back to the upper body, another push, the shoulder press machine. We are going with the wide grip option as opposed to the close grip, where the front parts of your shoulders are more involved. Quick tip here is to keep your elbows under your hands as you push, as this is a strong and safe position to be in. Also, don't bring the handles down too low where your shoulders start rotating forwards. We don't want that. After the shoulder press, we are now moving on to the seated row to train our back a bit more. Since we already went with a wide elbow position on the pull downs, here we are going to keep our elbows down and close to our torso. With this exercise, I really like using the handles to allow each side to work freely. But of course, if the row machine you have access to at your gym does not have these separate handles, then you can just use the standard close grip handle which most gyms have. The final exercise of the workout can be optional and totally up to you. Usually here I would recommend an isolation exercise to target a muscle group of your choice. For example, if you wanted to train your lower body a bit more, then throwing in a hip abduction or a leg extension, for example, can be a great choice. For a bit more upper body focus, you can throw in some rear delt flies to train the back of your shoulders, or some lateral raises to train the side of your shoulders, or maybe some chest flies if you wanted to hit the chest a bit more. So to train our full body effectively and in a balanced way, we are going to follow the legs push-pull isolation template. If you would like to prioritize your upper body a bit more, then you can change the order to push-pull legs, and isolation. For this workout here, sets, reps, and rest-wise, we are going to keep it very basic. We can go for 2 to 3 working sets per exercise. We can stick to the 8 to 12 rep range, and we can go for something like 1.5 minutes rest between sets. That's going to be very suitable for most beginners. If you would like to learn more about different rep ranges, low reps versus high reps, I have made a video on this. I'll try to link it somewhere on the screen here so you can tap that and watch the video. If you are wondering about how to warm up before a workout like this, I also have made a video about this, which I'll again try to link somewhere on this screen. If not, it'll be in the description below. So that's an example machine-based full body workout which you can do. I hope it was a useful one. Please let me know if you have any questions or any feedback about the video in general. You can let me know in the comments below. If you are enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.